Alright, so we're going to start out the new year a little different. It is now 2021. And a lot of things are different with my audio and visual setup, which is very nice. Hit the headset for a second there. And we're also going to try something a little different as well. This year is probably going to be a very interesting year for me personally, in terms of the game selection I can now do with my new capture card. So we're going to start off today showcasing a game I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and it's not really a game. It's actually much more of a demo. It's the GameCube Kiosk Interactive Multi-Game Demo Disc, Volume 9. I've had this for many years. I own a bunch of them, and I've wanted to show them off for quite a while. I did at one point, before my channel kind of became what it was, I put up just a bunch of recordings of what was on the discs, and then pretty soon after I started doing what I do now, I took them down because they were all getting hit with copyright strikes by various music companies and such, because a lot of the movies, I'm not showing any of the movies, if I can, on any of these discs, because most of them do have copyright music on them, and I didn't realize that at the time. But yeah, so we have here my demo disc version 9 on my GameCube. This is being recorded through a 4K capture card on, using my HDMI out Eon adapter for the GameCube. And it's being recorded in 4K, I think. This will be the first thing I record with this new capture card, so we'll see how that goes. Keep in mind that little thing on the, it just goes right into this because it's a demo disc. It's supposed to sit in a store for many months on end, and specifically on this screen for hours at a time. This isn't going to be like the Skyward Sword one or the Epic Mickey demo disc videos that I've done. This is a little more freeform. I don't have a whole lot of information on these. There's not a whole lot out there. They were just sent out to retailers and expected to be used, and then they were to be sent back to Nintendo and destroyed, and that was pretty much the end of it. I do like this ESRB movie a bit. It's kind of an inside meme for me personally, just because it's on every single disc, and it's so cheesy and so mid-2000s. I would love to show it, but I'm fearful of doing that, so I'm not going to. But yeah, this volume has only two demos on it. Most of them have a lot of demos. This one is pretty movie heavy. And this Zelda movie, the Wind Waker one, that's the same one that's on the Ocarina of Time for GameCube disc as the preview bonus. If you played Ocarina of Time for some reason before you played your Wind Waker copy, you would have gotten at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, this disc would have sat in a Target, a Best Buy, a Walmart for about, what's the normal time for these discs to be used? It varies depending on generation of consoles. For the Wii, it tended to be about anywhere from 2 to 5 months is the norm, and then after that, if they stayed in them, it didn't really matter, because there were not a whole lot of demos anyway. And here's the thing, is that after a while, it does automatically start rotating all the movies in this disc, and I'm having to cancel out of that because I don't want it to do that. Okay. Now, yeah, so two interesting things. That menu in the memory card, the UI of the GameCube, that is something no one would ever see before this even went into this screen. But this is also being showcased in a resolution and format that this was never really meant to be done in. And this is a really high resolution for this to be showed in. So, but yeah, there are two demos on this disc. I'll just go through what the disc has. We got two demos. It's Metroid Prime and Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. The Wind Waker one is interesting because it's formatted like the future Skyward Sword one that I showed off previously, where it has 3 specific events you can play through in the demo. And each of these is timed estimatedly between about 10 or 15 minutes. The Metroid Prime one is a lot simpler. It just kind of shows you the beginning of the game and just plops you in like at the beginning and doesn't really expect you to finish it. The fastest I've ever gotten through with this one is through to the boss battle, and I didn't even really get to finish the boss battle in this, so I don't know if there's actually a specific ending to this. And the same thing's pretty much the same with the Wind Waker one. It's 3 specific events, which we'll get to when we do that one, but these ones are time-based and they're not really designed for you to finish them. Except for the boss. The boss for the Wind Waker one you can. If my voice is a little hoarse and I sound like I'm out of breath a little bit, it's because I'm talking nonstop. And I just had a big plate of spicy nachos. About 2 hours ago. And I'm still chilling off. It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve today, and this is coming out on New Year's Day to start off the new year. 2021. What will the future hold? Yeah, so here's the button layout, because this would be this would be in a kiosk and there'd be a GameCube controller attached to it, which those were often broken a lot of the time because people are animals and they like to break this stuff. Wii was way worse with it than GameCube or PS2 to my knowledge with their controllers. People would literally just snip them with scissors or something and steal the Wiimotes off the kiosk. What happened? Oh, that was weird. I think it rebooted. I really don't know what just happened, but it just rebooted the system. Okay, whatever then. Let's just start Metroid Prime. Yeah, there's the button layout. It's pretty nice. Not in the final release, of course. There's no need for that. And the little, that little marker up in the corner showing the resolution and stuff, I can't really disable that. That's just kind of a feature, quote-unquote a feature of the Eon adapter. I'm going to play through the Metroid Prime demo twice. I'm going to play it leisurely, like a normal person would at retail. You know, person going into a store playing this thing first time seeing this. And the Wind Waker one I'm going to try and do a little more specifically because they are all on timers, but there's not really any cutscenes I can skip in the Wind Waker stuff anyway. I can skip the cutscenes in the Metroid Prime one. But this will kind of give you it'll showcase kind of how far you can really get in the Metroid Prime one versus the Wind Waker ones, which you can take leisurely, but there's not really a point to it because even if you're going through it pretty fast and know what to do and everything, you're still not gonna beat it. That's the whole point. The demos, they're to showcase. The games for these would have either been coming out soon, and this is a little showcase of what you want to buy in the future, or it's letting you play what's in the game case behind it before you decide to pay. GameCube back then would have been $50, so yeah, before you plock down that $50 for your GameCube game. Also, I've been doing a lot of narrating lately for a video project, so my voice is overall just a little tired. I've been having to get very relaxed and down into my deeper sections for that, and that takes a lot of effort. So I'm trying to put a little bit more energy into it. And for my comparisons, I don't really think there's anything different graphically in these, not that I witnessed. Compared to the retail final release, these I'm pretty sure are identical. There's not like any beta assets or anything. All right. I haven't played Metroid Prime in probably a decade. Let's see if I remember the controls. Yeah. I never beat this game. I've played through a little bit of it. Not a whole lot. I've never played 2 or 3, and although I do own the trilogy on the Wii. So my Metroid Prime experience is very limited. I am much more fond of the 2D platformers. This is fine, but I'm just much more used to the 2D Metroids, those side-scrollers and such. I like Fusion. Zero Mission's great. The original's clunky as shit, but doable. Super Metroid is fine. And I do like the Samus Returns one for the 3DS a bit. That was good. But I'm not the biggest... I wouldn't even say I'm much of a fan of Metroid. It's just a good series. Certainly a must-have. This game, I'd say, is probably a must-have for the GameCube. Honestly, I actually don't own this game for the GameCube. I just have the trilogy. I don't really need it for the GameCube. I already have it in another form anyway. We need to charge it. Start up the elevator. But yeah, this is why I kind of am interested in... I love the history behind these discs and all this stuff, just like the things most people either forget about or were supposed to be thrown into the garbage. I've already gushed extensively about that in the other 2 demo videos for Epic Mickey and Skyward Sword I've done. I don't really need to do that here, but it is, I find it kind of important and interesting to showcase these things in a really, probably their highest resolution possible, but yeah. Which for this disc, that's the thing, this disc operates multiple games, and this is a theme throughout all the discs, is that once you load in a game, that game has its own commanding preset resolution and formatting in terms of the screen ratio and the actual resolution itself. I'm going to skip all the lore in this room, just keep going. And yeah, so that's kind of interesting to me for the Eon adapter, how it kind of has a real purpose in and of itself in that, yeah, it does kind of catalog and show off what resolution this stuff is at. No, die, Space Pirate. I like how the first thing I chose to do for this new year isn't really even to show off a real game, just to show off a demo. It's more a piece of marketing material from ages gone. Ooh, didn't notice that one. I also find it ironic, one of the first things I'm using this new capture card for is an old game. That is so on the nose of the joke of this stuff. You buy a new PC, you buy the highest quality graphics cards and recording capability, you play the old games with it. No, I don't want to scan him. I wanted to scan that thing, but sure. Can't lock onto him, really. I'm gonna try and shoot him with some charge beams. Oh, he's already dead. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, lock is open. Well, it's operational now, so I can unlock it. And I also hope my mic settings are good. I'm gonna see that in post, because this new capture card somehow messed with my mic headset and such as audio settings. And yeah. So in post I'm gonna double check that this is all good. I think it should be good. Whoa. Mini glitch there for a second. I like phased through the world for 1 millisecond. The save room's still in here, just to show it. It doesn't work. I already know that immediately. Oh, come on! Now I gotta wait for this thing to open again with its fancy animation. Jeez, this game is impatient. Okay, so I've actually gotten pretty damn far really fast. Me rushing this whole thing, this whole demo, I ended up because this game phases back to the menu screen. It just does it immediately. No warning, no nothing. So it'll probably do that here very soon. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to beat the Parasite Queen and do the escape sequence. When I tried rushing through this, upon testing this out again, it phased me out during the escape sequence. And this is not the shortest boss fight. Although, missiles will make this a little quicker. Alright, what directions? It's going in this way. Just hammer it with missiles. I am out of missiles, actually. Just gonna try spamming. If you hear me pressing the buttons this fast, it's me really just spamming this shoot button. Ah, why'd I go in the morph ball? No. Don't do that, Samus. Ah, I cut out. Yeah, there it goes. Just right back to the menu. No prompt, no nothing. Alright, I'm gonna try and rush that now. Come on. Just spamming the buttons, try and get past the menus. Okay. No, I don't want to quit the game. Thank you. Okay. Got to scan that. There are some cutscenes like this that I actually cannot skip. They do not allow you to. And then I go back to mashing buttons and it gets me holed up in the menus. Missed that one? There we go. Alright. Fast is a generalization. You can't really run in this game, so... Like, this is the max speed for Samus, so you can't really rush, I guess, to a degree. You can briskly jog. Let me in. Let me in! So far, so good. I don't think that there's gonna be too many issues aside from the boss at this point. If I can make this timing, yep. There we go. Come on, Samus, don't get stuck on geometry, dude. Please. Okay, it's this way. I lost my footing there. Move, dude. Skip all the lore, skip all the lore. Shoot that turret so it doesn't kill me. Scan console. Up and around and loop-de-loop. That is how you tie your shoes. Dude, what's your deal? I got stuck on his body. You're just annoying. Yeah, I'm getting stuck on all these space pirates now. The nerve of these jackasses, please. Open the door. What is wrong with you? Please. I'm moving so... Even though Samus briskly walks, I'm moving so fast through this that it's... The game isn't really prepared for that. I'm gonna try and scan this as fast as I can. Okay. Console's open. Shoot him. Open this. Okay, shoot these things. Lock on, Samus, please. Scan that. Alright. Cannot skip this cutscene either. Oh, you can kind of strafe with Samus, I guess. That's what I just kind of opted there. I mean, it works, I guess. I don't see a big need for that unless you're fighting something really strong or very quick. This is not a very strong or very quick boss. It's stuck in a tube. It just has a lot of HP. I'm trying to spam as many shots as I can. And the missile, nothing works with this shield. Sometimes one can actually get through there occasionally, but when it starts going insane like that, Samus, get out of the morph ball. Can't really do anything when it starts spamming those shields like that. Starting to think the missiles don't do as much damage as I thought they might. Seems that the, just the normal laser cannon does pretty fine. No, you gotta fall down there, man. Go into the pit where you belong! There's a good boss. Now it's time to run. And by run, I mean jog. Just kinda unhurriedly jog out of here and jump. I will say, this is an authentically kind of tense situation because you can't move very fast, and this place is going down. But this is pretty much... I think this elevator is pretty much where I could get last time I demoed this run of this place. This demo, whatever. Demos be demos. Okay, what is this for? I hope that was important. I'm gonna skip all of you motherfuckers because I don't have the time for this. My energy is also low. No, move, dude. Dude, get out of here. Please. Oh, I'm stuck on him. I hate how they have collisions so... Their bodies are so big. It's annoying. You can't get past them. I might actually die before I do this. Oh, what the shit is this? Okay, got a little health there. Not a whole lot that could be useful. Come on, Samus, we need to keep going. Okay. Oh hell no, we're not getting near that stuff. Whatever all those creepy little moving things. No way, man. Okay, can we get out of here? Let me in. Let me in. Okay. So far, so good. No. All the little freaky things, no. Okay, open the door. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Open the door. Ah. No! Oh, you little weird monster shitter things. Okay, think we're nearing the end. I see the map up there. Never mind. Whoa! Okay. I don't think we're gonna do this. Is there anything back there? Maybe. Is there anything this way? Nope, we gotta go this way. Into here. Open the door. Open the door. So many locked doors in here. How long is this runaway sequence? I forget. Grapple, use L. I used it, it didn't work. I don't think it could, yeah, that was the end of the demo. Well, alrighty then, that was farther than I ever went before. But yeah, they really don't want you to go that far in these. So let's show the Wind Waker. There's the information screen, just for those who are curious, if they want to pause that and take a look at it. And from everything that I know the Wind Waker in and out, as it is. It was my second GameCube game, and it's still one of my favorite video games. The only thing I can tell that is different is actually a result of my capture card and my new TV. It's for some reason it's formatting this to run in 60 FPS instead of 30 FPS. So everything from what I reviewed, because I've done a very brief demo test just to make sure everything worked of this disc in the GameCube and all that, and how it would all record. And I don't think the recording exactly shows it, but I also don't have a 4K PC monitor, so I think the video recording itself should be a little bit higher than what the what I can see on my computer is probably not entirely what the actual recording itself can showcase on a proper monitor, is what I'm saying. Like, I can see what I'm recording on my TV monitor, and my PC monitor isn't as good as my TV, that's the thing. But, yeah, so, just like the Skyward Sword demo for the Wii, we have 3 options. Dungeon, Stealth, and Boss. dungeon is Dragon Roost Island. The inner part of it, the inner sanctum with the lava pit and that stuff. We'll do that second. Stealth, as weirdly named as it is very appropriate once you actually get into it, which is Forsaken Fortress, when you first arrive there. And the boss is the... I still don't know what this thing's called. It's like the lava goma thing for Dragon Roost Island. It's a very easy boss. It's very good. It's one of the more iconic boss fights, so it would make perfect sense for them to showcase it here. I'm wasting the time of the stealth by talking, but I just need to talk about this stuff. But yeah, it makes sense for them to put the Goma lava thing as the boss in this, because it's on the back of the box, for God's sakes, for this game. Now, from what I've tried of this, there's... what I remember as well from doing this years ago, there's not really any way to make any real progress in the Forsaken Fortress one. Just because this dungeon is a little too long, and you get like 10 to 15 minutes to do it. This is like a half-hour to 40-minute dungeon at least. So... I'm gonna grab a barrel just to be safe. I myself have not really played through Wind Waker since probably... last time I played through it entirely was 2013? And since then, I think last time I've actually touched the game was 2016. Yeah, it is weird seeing this game so silky smooth on my TV. It is really weird seeing this thing run at 60 FPS like this. And it's still on the GameCube. I'm using a... This is weird. This is weird, man. New technology. New technology running old technology. Okay, gonna need one of these. I can turn around, throw. Camera, please. And for those who somehow have never played, if you've never played Wind Waker, the main point of this dungeon is to kill all the moblins running these lights, so you can progress up to the top of the tower, where you can grab your sword because you were thrown in here by a catapult, and you lost your sword. All of this is to rescue your sister, who is kidnapped and being held here. That is the very beginning of the Wind Waker. There's a light behind... well, that's the thing, is that I'm not really going to be able to do all this, so I may as well just kind of go forward, because by the time... yeah. There's not... I'm trying to think, like, the time frame for doing all this stuff. I don't think it would really matter going back and doing the light behind us, because I don't believe we're really going to get through. At this rate now, especially, we're not going to get through the whole thing. Mini blins, please. Danan! Danan! No, get away from me, you freaks. Oh, you shitters! Oh, I don't have a sword either to take care of you. Now we're into the part of Forsaken Fortress that is horrible. And I myself haven't done since I was probably a small child. The stealth part, which is what this dungeon is named after. Hey, no. Hey, but, I'm stuck here. Why? I was running away. Dude was having some issues getting to us. And now we're in jail. Yeah, that was the worst I think I've ever done this dungeon here in well over 10 years. You saw it here first. Okay, let's get out of here. over the summer, like I haven't really played GameCube in about 2 years, mainly because I haven't been able to with my capture card because it would always glitch out and never work properly. The fact I did Sonic R and Sonic the Fighters and Sonic Riders pretty close together. I think it was, I streamed all of those on Twitch 2 years ago. This spring it will be 2 years, and there's just the dungeon map. I don't need that. Yeah, the fact that I knew it even back then, that my capture card really couldn't do GameCube or anything. There's a demo, it ended. That was some good timing on that part. But I knew even back then that I couldn't really do GameCube, but I still tried it, and it worked as a complete fluke, and I'm eternally just like, I can't believe that worked back then. But with this new one, I can capture Dreamcast, GameCube, all the modern stuff I was able to do before. I'm very curious. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I'll be able to actually capture original Xbox in HD as well. So, if that is possible, then that will be another console open to me. I'm very excited for this year because of Dreamcast and GameCube, though. But if original Xbox in the cards as well, I'm probably not going to play a whole lot of new games this year. Mafia is still on the table. I've been saying that for months. One keynote of interest here is that as soon as they load you into this dungeon, this little mini entry puzzle's already done. I don't know why. And here I have my sword, because this is later in the game. That's the reason why I did the Forsaken Fortress thing first, is because that happens before you get to Dragon Roost. I'm trying to do some stuff canonically. Okay, so those are done. Give me that. Let me light this, get the small key. And yeah, there's no way this dungeon can be done either in 10 to 15 minutes unless you're like a hardcore speedrunner who knows some weird glitches or something. I am not one of those people. I respect those people immensely because this is a long-ass game in normal playthrough, so being able to beat this game in a matter of hours is some crazy shit to watch on GDQ and other stuff. There's some crazy people out there who really know. They basically breed this game, and it's weird. It's really impressive. As a matter of fact, GDQ starts this weekend. On Sunday. 2 days after this will go out. So, I'm not here to plug GDQ specifically, but just like, I'll be watching it. I'm very excited because I am a Zelda fan. I am very excited to see Gymnast run Skyward Sword on Wednesday. I am very curious how that's gonna run because it's slotted for an hour and a half at an any percent run. And he did an any percent run last ADGQ, and that was 2 hours and that was an estimate of 2 hours and 40 minutes, and he hit pretty close to that if I recall. I rewatched that one 2 months ago, I think. I think it was when I was playing through Black Flag again. I just had it on in the background while I was doing stuff on my TV. But I like that run. That was a good one. I am a weirdo who does actually very much enjoy Skyward Sword. And as I've said a couple times, I've done, because I like to dig and do my own thorough research. I know people probably did think this back then, but from... Ah, great, one of the choo-choos fell. Don't hit it. Thank you. From my personal research of scavenging through the internet, for when this whole... Because I never heard of it while Skyward Sword was popular for a while. I never heard it at all amongst people I knew or anything. And I never saw it online. But, and I know I'm not saying what it is, the motion controls. People hating the motion controls for the game. That was not really a thing until about 2 or 3 years after the game came out, from my research. It kind of started showing up on, like, 4chan and Reddit in, like, late to mid-2013 as a joke. And then people started dogpiling on it, like, yeah, I know that, yeah. Yeah, so it was just kind of this mob mentality about it. Not saying people didn't have issues with the motion controls. Personally, I never did. But from my reconnaissance of the internet, that really wasn't a present thing. It wasn't a very vocal thing, is probably the best term. It wasn't a very vocal thing about the game for a couple years, until the game just kind of, I guess, lost some popularity out of some jokesters or something. Stop it, Choo-Choo. I didn't even do this the fast way. I would have just... Where's his Boko stick? Where's the Boko stick? What the hell? He's supposed to have a Boko stick. There's nothing here. What? Am I stuck here? Did the game glitch out? Did the demo glitch out is the proper wording? Yeah, I'm stuck here. You're supposed that Moblin was supposed to have a Boko stick with him. He didn't. Or if he did, it vanished. 'Cause I'm supposed to light it to burn this to open the key to open the door. That's very unexpected and problematic. Maybe if I go through the door again? The time is now kind of screwed at this point for this run through the dungeon. I'll cap off the Skyward Sword thing. Basically, from my look into the internet of logic and the circumstance where this shit originated from, about this idea of Skyward Sword being shit, is mainly just from... Yeah, now he has the stick! What is this? What is this debauchery on my part? Well, not on my part, on my circumstance with this. That's some bullshit. Wow. I never expected a glitch like that in a demo. God, imagine that happening to you in the middle of a Walmart or something, just like, the stick didn't spawn. Oh, is he falling off the bridge? You can... Oh, he pulled himself up. That's good. That's a good boy. He didn't die. And yeah, there's the demo. Well... Well, the last one that there is the boss. So let's take a look at that. It's very simple. I have beaten this one before, and I'm pretty sure it just shuts it, like, it does the same blank go back to the main menu of the Kiosk demo. After you finish it, there's not like any splash screen saying coming this whenever or out now. Legend is up. There's none of that. There's no fanfare with this stuff. There he is. There's Goma, I think. I don't know what this thing's name is. There's no title card here. Okay, so I need to grab Valoo. Ah, you little dipshit. Not Link, this stupid thing, in front of me. It's getting cocky. Wants to pick a fight with me. Smash him. Wait for it to go back up. Alright. Let go of it, let Velu's tail drop down again, and repeat. this is for a dungeon that's a little tedious in some places. It's more just a slightly long dungeon. This boss fight is very easy. Turn around, wait for him to throw it back up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that, Link? He just dropped in the middle of the arena for some reason. Alright, so I broke the shell off him now. There is a phase 2. This is even easier. Because all I gotta do, if he doesn't do that, is grab him and just wail on his eye. Super easy boss. Though keep in mind, most people who would be playing this would have no idea what any of this is, and might not even play the game ever. Alright, yeah, I think it's gonna end as soon as I get into this. Because if it warps me outside of Dragon Roost, it's gonna be... Yeah, no, nope, it just puts me back here again. Okay. And yeah, that really is Volume 9 of these multi-game demo discs. Nintendo really wanted a super long name for these things, didn't they? Nintendo GameCube Interactive Multi-Game Demo Disc. Volume whatever. I'm sorry, I can't show this thing. I would love to, but... yeah, let me run down what the movies are on this thing. You got the ESRB rating movie. It's just a cheesy ESRB, look at the ratings for what there has. In-game thing, whatever. I speak words. Metroid Prime has a movie. The Wind Waker movie's the same one that's on the Ocarina disc. 1080 Avalanche, I believe, has a lot of... It's either rap music or it's, like, early 2000s punk. Wario World, Black and Bruised. I know that there's a song on this one, but I don't know what it is. I believe Warner Brothers likes to claim this one. And that's about it, yeah. So we got Wind Waker, Metroid, 1080, Wario World, and Black and Bruised. So yeah, that's about it. I'm probably just gonna give a little outro then of what to expect for the year, since this is the first video of the year. And try to stop this demo from playing the movies constantly. But yeah, so for January, I'm thinking I'm gonna do Mafia Definitive Edition, the new one, the remaster that just came out last year. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, maybe. That's a bit of a longer game, but I really know that one pretty well, so I think I could get it done pretty easily. And I'm actually thinking, I think the first game I'm gonna do for the year, which would be... It would probably start in a week from this, would be Sonic Adventure. And that would be Sonic Adventure, the original, on the Dreamcast, because the version on the 360, on the GameCube, on the Xbox One, on Steam, all those versions, regardless of what they claim to be with, like, just being Sonic Adventure, they're all Sonic Adventure DX. It doesn't matter what they say, like, oh, you'll buy the DX stuff as a separate DLC or something. They are all Sonic Adventure DX because of the graphical changes that were done to the game. The only version of Sonic Adventure, the original with the original graphics, is on the Dreamcast, unless you mod them to overlap like the Steam PC version or anything. But I am not apt to do so. I would prefer to just play the original on the Dreamcast, as it was originally meant to be done in a high-res format. So that, I think, is going to be the first game I do of the year, Sonic Adventure. I'm very excited for that one because I've been wanting to do that for 3 years. That was actually... I officially count Breath of the Wild being my first game for my channel because it was the first game I actually streamed with a proper setup and a mic and all this stuff. I streamed Sonic Adventure. I streamed all of Sonic's story in early or mid-September of 2018 without a mic, just on Twitch for like 5 hours, and I beat Sonic's story. That was the first time I ever streamed, and I don't really count it as being of any importance because I just played the game through and it was... I had like one viewer who just said GG at the end of it, and that was it. But yeah, so Sonic Adventure will be... I got a dumb smile right now thinking about it. That'll be an interesting time. That's the thing with these older games open up for me now. These are games that I know like the back of my hand. So it's just like, oh, I can both showcase these. I can have some fun with them, have some good enjoyment, and mildly look like I know what I'm doing a little. Compared to like Ghost of Tsushima or... God, what's another game that I've done brand new? What was another new game last year that I kind of fumbled through? Ghost of Tsushima I did my best with, but that probably took... because, it's an open world game and I did fiddle around with it. Yeah, what was another game? I played a ton of stuff last year. Not even everything was recorded and put on the channel, like Uncharted Golden Abyss I couldn't. I mean, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I've kind of stopped playing that at this point. I didn't beat it, really, but I did get pretty damn far in the story. I spent about 60 hours with that game over 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Because I only stopped playing it right before Christmas. As I expected. And I put about 60 hours in that game. I got about halfway done with the story. It's a long-ass game, and I'm not really apt to do things like that, so... We'll see. Right now I'm playing... Oh, no, sorry, Derek, we can't show you, man. We can't show you. Anyway, I ramble. The demo's done. It's time for me to have a drink of water because my voice is getting super dry and it's nearly 2:30 in the morning on New Year's Eve. So if you enjoyed this demo, good. The point was just to kind of show it off and then kind of just, not really, it can't really explain this stuff, it just kind of is how it is. You can explain other things that are more detailed and had a lot more thought put into them. These were kind of just things Nintendo threw together on a semi-regular basis just to throw in a kiosk and have to promote the GameCube. This would have been one of the semi-earlier ones, though, because the first one had like Luigi's Mansion and stuff. I think that was like a launch demo disc or something. Because even back when that one came out, no, Wind Waker. At that point, they weren't even given number names, they were given month names, like August of 2001 and such. This one, given the demos on here and what it's showing, I assume it's just sometime in 2003. I have no idea when in 2003 this would have been. But yeah, I have more of these. I'll showcase them throughout the year. And that's that. it was some good fun. If anybody's like watching this for like what's on these things and like are they worth how much they're running on the market nowadays and such, personally I'd say no, because I bought these when they were worth very little. These are not worth like the 80 plus whatever dollars some of these things run for. I think volume it's either 14 or 15 that has the Pokemon download thing on it or whatever. I think that runs like near 200 or 300 or something nowadays. That's fucking insane. That is way over what these things are worth. There's a lot of these out there. They're not super common, but they're pretty much about as rare as like the Skyward Sword and Epic Mickey demo. You still see them. It's not like trying to find an Amiibo kiosk or like a GameCube kiosk or anything. Those are a lot rarer to find. Anyway, whatever. Money is whatever a person values it as, so whatever. If you want to buy one, I don't give a shit. That's not my concern at all. I have no word in it. I just own this thing, and I wanted to show it off. Anyway. Yeah, so next time it'll be Sonic Adventure. 80% sure it's going to be that. And yeah, have a good new year. I am happy 2020 is over, and hopefully 2021 is good. I'm positive about it at the moment. Future me will decide whether or not that is merited or not. But anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good night or a good day, whatever you have at the moment. See you later.